Welcome to Insectex, Information Security Technologies. I'm Kiran Tirukogala, your mentor for this chapter. And the chapter is Session Hijacking. So, what is session hijacking? Before learning what is session hijacking, you must have heard a word called hijacking many times in context of a plane hijacking. Generally, pilots are authorized to operate flights between destinations, right? And if a terrorist can able to penetrate or get into the cockpit and takes control over the flight or an airplane, and if he take controls over and operates the plane, this is called as hijacking. So if you put the same thing in computing context, session hijacking is nothing but hijacking a session that is established between two computers. For any two computers or any computers to communicate on a network or an internet, there must be a valid session that must be established between both the systems, and this session are maintained by using some keys called as session keys or magic cookie. The same thing in context of web server technologies, it is called as a session key. Anyway, so when the session is established using this session key, and if you can exploit this valid computer session, you can get an unauthorized access to information or services in the computer system. Okay, session hijacking is an exploitation of a valid computer session, sometimes called as a session key, to gain unauthorized access to information or services in a computer system. In particular, it is used to refer to the theft of a magic cookie, that is what is called as your key. Means when a user has a credentials and got authenticated, then the session is established with a magic cookie or a session key. Alright, you are not actually stealing the credentials of a user, you are actually stealing the session keys to properly conduct a session hijacking. Okay, so in particular it is used to refer to the theft of magic cookie used to authenticate a user to a remote server. Types of session hijacking. There are two types of session hijacking, one is passive and the other is active. Passive session hijacking, here the actually hijacker steals the session keys or cookies and simply sits and monitors or records the two-way traffic that is between the victim, our victim, and the computer to which he is communicating, or to which a session is established between his computer and the other computer. Okay, he will not hijack, means take control over the session, but he just keeps on monitoring or recording the data or a data flow between the two computers that has a connection established. Active session hijacking. Here attacker hijacks and take controls over the session, right? How to conduct a session hijacking? To conduct a session hijacking, you must able to sniff the network. When you sniff the network, you can actually predict the sequence numbers, right? For every data transmissions, a sequence numbers will be there, that is the session keys. You can predict them, then terminate the victim session, both take control over the session and start injecting packet to a target. Okay. Okay, so let us take this scenario. So this guy is Mr. Hacker or a cyber criminal, and this computer is his victim computer, and this is a server to which this victim has a connection. Say for example, he has some session between this computer. So sorry, I'm poor at drawing. So there is a valid session between these two computers using session keys. Okay, right? Now if an attacker can sniff this network, means he has to sit in this network, sniff the network and keeps listening to the traffic and predict the sequence numbers. He must predict the sequence numbers. In web context, if he can able to get the session IDs or a cookies, he can actually create a connection between his computer and the victim's established computer, target's established computer, using his, without using his credentials, using his session variables or a session key, but not credentials. Like he must be having access to facebook.com, sorry, my pen is not good, facebook.com, using his username password. But actually hacker or an attacker, cyber criminal, does not need this person's username password. If he can manage to get the cookies, he can actually use the cookies and can open his account, Facebook account, using his cookies on this computer. Okay, so this is what is a session hijacking. Tools to conduct session hijacking. Before going to the tools demonstration, let me tell you there are two levels of session hijacking. One is network level hijacking and the other is application level hijacking. I want you to I want you to do some little homework regarding what is application level hijacking and what is network level hijacking. So following are the tools that helps you to conduct a session hijacking. T-site, which we will ROS HTTP hijacker, TTY watcher, and Wireshark, formerly called as Ethereal, is a great sniffing tool basically, or a packet dissector tool, which we will be using to conduct a session hijacking in this context. And Grease Monkey is an add-on to Firefox, and Ferret and Hamsters are the tool in Backtrack that is used to do site jacking. It's a kind of a session hijacking. Thank you for watching this video.